It slipped out of me like poison. I can't be faithful to you. Not shouted, not dramatic. Just a confession whispered in the dark, the kind of sentence that cannot be undone once spoken. I expected him to break, to shout, to demand details, names, explanations. But instead, silence. He didn't blink, didn't flinch, just looked at me like I had finally become something he'd always suspected. The silence stretched, longer. He inhaled once, steady, as if memorizing this moment, this fracture in our history. Then he turned away. No questions, no pleading, no anger. And that chilled me more than anything I could have imagined. The next morning, he wasn't my husband anymore. He was something else, calm, distant, calculating. He moved through the house like a stranger renting space. His phone vibrated more often now, short calls, messages, his voice low and deliberate in another room. I caught fragments. My name, my sins, slipped like knives through the walls. Our friends' voices changed when they called me, colder, distant. A friend who once confided everything suddenly had no time. Another avoided me altogether. My parents spoke cautiously, as though I'd already been sentenced. He was telling them, one by one, slowly poisoning the ground around me until there would be nowhere left to stand. And the worst part, he didn't look at me with hatred. He looked at me like I was already gone. I began to watch him the way prey watches a predator. Every move precise, every glance weighted. He was setting something in motion. Receipts tucked in his wallet, neatly folded. A USB drive left purposefully on the desk, just within my sight. He wanted me to know he had things, evidence, proof. Late at night, I crept into his office. His laptop was locked, but the glow of files labeled carefully, conversations, photos, statements, was enough. My betrayal, cataloged, archived, prepared like weapons waiting for the right moment. The walls were closing in, not with violence, but with precision. At dinner, he sat across from me, calm, fork scraping porcelain, eyes steady. "I'm done," he said once, so quietly I almost missed it. Done. Not angry, not broken, just finished. But I could feel it. He wasn't finished with me. Not yet. The reveal came not in words, but in the faces of others. A neighbor stopped me at the store, smiled, politely, too politely. Her eyes sharp with knowledge. A colleague avoided my hand in a meeting, lips pressed thin, shame radiating like heat. Then, my sister. Her voice trembled when she called. He told me everything, everything. My affairs, my confessions, my inability to be what he was for me. She didn't shout, didn't console. She just hung up. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. "I only told the truth," he said, his voice cold steel. "And the truth travels better than lies." He looked at me the way a surgeon looks at a tumor he has already cut away. Detached, clinical, certain. The final blow came quietly. A dinner invitation from his parents, our parents, once. I walked into their home, desperate for some semblance of normalcy, of forgiveness. Instead, silence greeted me. Their eyes did not soften. Plates remained empty. On the table, a folder, open. Inside, emails, photographs, screenshots. My words, my betrayals, laid out in neat order as if presented in court. He sat at the head of the table, calm, composed. "She already confessed," he said, his tone stripped of feeling. "I just thought you all deserved to know the person she really is." The room was suffocating, their judgment heavy, his victory absolute. I opened my mouth, but no sound came. He didn't look at me as he spoke again. You wanted freedom. Now you have it. Alone. The house is quieter than death. His scent is gone from the sheets. His belongings erased from the closets. His presence surgically removed from every room, leaving only absence behind. And me, left to choke on my own words. I thought confession would cleanse me, that honesty, however cruel, might grant some twisted form of release. Instead, it became my execution. I thought betrayal was power, that control was mine because I chose to give myself away. But in the end, the real power was his silence, his composure, his decision to burn me not with rage, but with truth. The kind that spreads faster than fire, the kind that leaves nothing behind. Now the world knows me as he made me, and he never raised his voice once.